Project.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode, which one are we on? Make it 207? Welcome back to episode 207. My name is Jay. To my right, I have Eddie, my co host, and behind the camera, we have Miggy.
Yo.
Yeah, we didn't have an episode coming to you this past Thursday, but we're back on track this Tuesday again. Um, Official sponsors, two words about them: Largo and Pinellas UFC gyms, and also Vitality Wellness Centers 1 and 2 in Pinellas Park in downtown St. Petersburg, guys.
You made that thumbnail, Jay? The one we
No,
have
no,
today?
Mickey did that.
You made that, Mickey?
Yeah, it looks
I
pretty
like
good.
it.
We have a thumbnail?
Oh, no, maybe it's the YouTube AI that made the thumbnail.
No, it's the old one, probably. I don't know.
No,
With, like,
it was
the-
different, man. It would look different.
Now
This?
you guys threw me for a loop. Oh, no, that's just our background on our banner. That's our YouTube banner.
Oh, that's the YouTube banner?
Well, it's
Nice.
putting it as a thumbnail.
Which is
Is
kind
it
of
not?
cool. Yeah.
Nice. Yes.
So I came back.
Temporarily.
So I came back from a trip.
Yeah, it's putting it as a thumbnail. It looks fire to me.
Solid.
That's what I was asking. I wanted to know who made it. It looked cool.
So I came back from the trip. The trip was actually pretty cool. I didn't realize that this is possible. So when we bought our tickets, a couple days in, I received an email from Copa saying, hey, you can bid on first class. And I was like, let me go check to see what the bid is. So I'll go on the bid, and it was like minimum. So there were two legs. The first leg going to Panama City was minimum bid was $100, and then the second leg from Panama City to Medellin was $45. So I bid minimum on both, and then came back by saying, oh, you didn't win the Tampa Panama bid, but you did win Panama to Medellin bid for first class for $45. And I was telling my buddy about it. My buddy Mike is like, yeah, bro. He goes, you don't ever bid the minimum. Just bid $5 to $10 more than what the minimum is, and you're most likely gonna get the seat. Because it was everyone bids the minimum.
Everyone just bids the minimum.
Yeah,
minimum.
and then you don't get it. So the whole trip started already pretty cool because we got off the plane with Mauricio already well rested because the 2 hours that we're in a plane, we're badass comfortable seats. You know what I mean? So we get there.
I've only done that once, and it was so worth it. I paid like $30.
So from now on, that's all I'm gonna do is bid. Like it is what it is.
It wasn't even a bid. I think it was just straight up like when we went into the app and we were looking at our tickets. It just said, "Oh, option to upgrade to first class," and it just says bigger seats, more leg room, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think me and Emily paid less than $60.
Yeah.
Per person.
It's crazy. It's so much.
To
It's
upgrade.
so worth it. So worth it.
Versus if you were to do that when you buy the tickets up front, it's like double the price.
Yes, double the price. It's stupid how.
Yeah.
How
I guess
crazy
the
it
whole
is.
idea is like you're securing it then, versus gambling and waiting until the end till they have it at the lowest price. It's kind of like showing up to a festival or a concert, like some people do with no tickets, and just like, oh, I'm gonna buy from someone outside. It's cheaper that way. I mean, you might gamble. It might be. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be people, but there might not be any people.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That's for sure. That's exactly how it was. And then what happened? Like the fun already started at the airport when we landed, right? Because when we landed, of course, I passed the security. Aussie passes, Mauricio passes.
That airport
Mike
has
passes
actual
security.
good food too.
They do. We passed the security all well, and then I see Oleg in the background coming through. So right before he was gonna go to the security agent, I was like, "Listen, he doesn't speak English or Spanish very well, so you might have a hard time. Do you need a translator?" The guy's like, "Nah, we'll figure it out. If not, I'll call you." So he ended up passing through with the fucking gang signs and shit, trying to explain. And then you know how the first time we got there and we just ended up buying a bunch of liquor. Each one of us bought a bunch of liquor.
Yeah, when we first got there, we went to that hotel with
duty-free.
over like
40 bottles.
Like,
There were 40
yeah,
bottles.
it was
Each one of
over
us had
20
two
for sure.
bottles, basically. This time around, we're like, no, we're not going to do that. So we ended up buying only 3 bottles. 2 bottles of whiskey and one bottle
yeah,
of
because we
tequila.
didn't know that we didn't know what we could get. That was the whole thing. That's why we got
So,
that much liquor. Because, like, literally, like, your brother, my dad, all these people were thinking when we got out of the plane, like, okay, we don't know what they have at the liquor stores.
yeah.
What if this is, like, our one chance now to buy the
Exactly.
liquor that we like? At least, we'll be able to find something, but the liquor that we like. And so that's why they bought, like, 2 bottles per person. Because they're thinking, okay, we're going to be here for 5 days. Let me at least have my little stash.
Exactly.
That shit didn't last long, though.
No, it did. It did last us to the last day. And remember last day, because we didn't go to a nightclub, we took that bus so we can drink all the liquor. Because we still had all the liquor left over.
Oh, right.
Right? which
But we
ended
drank
up
a lot
drinking.
of liquor
Yeah.
at the clubs.
At
and
the
stuff.
clubs,
That's
yeah.
the thing. Like, a
So,
lot.
so the first night we get there, it's very late. Mind you, we got there like at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
We were already drinking in the car ride, right? Like a little bit. When we got there, we started drinking. And then the next morning, like midday, the liquor was gone. The 3 bottles we bought was gone completely. We ended up buying so much fucking liquor out there, is ridiculous. So next trip, if we do make it, I'm just gonna be like, all right, we're buying liquor. Like, we need to buy this liquor, because this time around, the cool part was, because of the way Airbnb was set up, it wasn't a hotel where everybody's kind of in their own rooms. We're hanging out all night together. So you're hanging out all night, you're drinking. You know what I mean?
It's different.
So
it's very different.
the funniest thing was one of the last night. No, the night before, we ran out of liquor. So I went downstairs to tell the girl, hey, can we get the liquor? Like, because they're security and everything. So there was a girl that was attending at that time. She's like, I can get it for you, but I need cash. I was like, all right, cool. Let me run to the ATM, bring the cash till you buy it, right? So as I'm walking, I was like, wait for me, I'll come back. So as I go there, I pull the cash out and I see, oh shit, there's a liquor store right there. I didn't take the cash. I was like, there's a liquor store right there that's open. I'll go into the store, buy all the liquor. I bought 2 bottles of Buchanan, 2 big bottles of Buchanan, 1 liter bottles of Buchanan, and a bottle of tequila. And as I'm coming back, she's like, oh, mama, she goes, did you buy the bottles? I'm like, yeah. She goes, I'm going to die. I was like, what happened? I ordered them too. So the last night, we had 6 bottles of liquor. We drank everything, and it was still not enough. Yeah. It was just...
Yeah, because you guys are just sitting there hanging out.
Just sitting, hanging out, talking
it's
shit, drinking,
hotel
laughing,
situation.
complaining about our girlfriends and wives, you know what I mean? Like, just normal boy stuff, you know what I mean? But as you're sitting and drinking, because it was cooler, because we didn't do that many nightclubs or bars this time around. We would rather, like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to nice restaurants, eat good food, and then come back and chill at the Airbnb. You know what I mean? Because nightclubs were fucking weird, you know what I mean? Like, those nightclubs, I don't like them. Like, the local nightclubs, they're too packed, and you got to get there, like, at 10:30. Otherwise, you're not getting shit.
I think the problem that we saw is that there's an excess amount of people and a lack of areas to get together at.
Yes.
I think that's why so many people have also, like, over here in the United States, when you walk around a downtown area and you see the people sitting around, not inside the clubs, usually they're older people.
Yes.
Or people with, like, higher class even.
Correct.
Right? Over there, you saw all classes of people.
Everyone.
Everywhere. From top to bottom. Inside the clubs to outside, sitting on the street, doing the restaurant and just
packed,
chilling.
Bro.
And it was always,
packed.
When I remember when we went, that park area was fucking packed.
Yeah, packed.
Yeah.
Packed. And
I remember we even walked, we were just talking about that the other night, when we walked, like, on the far side and then circled back through it. I didn't know that whole area that way too
existed.
In front of the park existed. I knew it. Knew it existed, but I'm saying I didn't know it was like a whole other separate gathering area, because there was on the other side of the park. There was that long street.
Yes.
Full of umbrellas, full of tables, full of restaurants.
Yes. Because it's like 3 blocks, and each one of the streets is just full.
And we stayed right on that one area where the park was.
Poblado itself, like, there's that park area, and then there's the Provenza, which is more where the locals hang out. And the Provenza nightclubs are the better ones to go to, because you want to deal with the debauchery at the fucking park area. You go to the Provenza area. But those clubs are full. So unless you get there at 10, 9:30, 10 o'clock to reserve your fucking table, you ain't getting shit. And most of the time, to get 9 dudes together to decide what they want to do is worse than dealing with the girls. Cause, like,
and I always hated going to nightclubs early.
Exactly.
Because you're there for the first hour and a half bored because no one's there.
No one's there.
And by the time it gets filled up, and
you can't go to the bathroom.
Can't go to the bathroom, and you're actually ready to leave.
Yes.
Because you've been there long enough.
Yes. So we're like, okay, fuck it. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some nice food, some good food, eat that shit, have our fun.
That was the one thing.
And then go to the Airbnb, bro.
The food is so good. I just keep thinking about bandeja paisa right now.
Yeah. And we went to Mondongo's. We went in Arthur's honor. We went to Mondongo's in the morning.
Which one was Mondongo's?
Mondongo, the one that Arthur was eating, the Mondongo.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That was the name of the place, though?
Yeah, that was the name of the place, Mondongo's.
We went to so many places to eat. I can't remember the name of one.
Yeah.
Literally. I mean,
But then this other breakfast place that I found, bro, like miles and miles better.
I always hated when we ate breakfast at that hotel. Personally, that breakfast was not
garbage.
Yeah,
garbage, bro.
And we woke up so late; it was always cold.
Yes. Over here, bro, they were bringing, like, I'm talking about a plate with a solomito, right? Which is, how would you explain solomito? Like, the
I don't
cut.
even know. Solomito.
Solomito cut, right? It's basically like the flat steak flap, right? Skirt.
or
It's one of the flaps, basically.
flank?
It's thin flank meat. It's very thin.
Pork
Uh,
loin.
I will say.
Loin? No, not the pork. Not the pork. Beef.
So it's just
So it's just
loin.
Loin.
Beef loin.
It's the loin.
But no, it wasn't the loin. It was like the. So, put down solomito montañero.
Tenderloin.
Put solomito montañero.
Solomillo.
Solomito.
So you put it-
Solomito montañero and do Colombia.
I will say
Or
the worst.
Antioquia.
The worst pizza I've ever
Solomito.
had.
Mm-hmm.
De
No, just montañero.
Montañero.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the worst pizza I've ever had in my life, period, to this date, was in Medellin, Colombia.
Yeah. So look, that first. No, go down. No, the first guy that's holding that skewer. Go back up onto the first guy
He
that's
just
holding
got a
the
big
skewer.
ass loin, bro.
Yeah, that. I don't know if it was thin. It was grilled. You had fucking avocados on it. Had arepa on the bottom, and then they have this. It's like a sauce. They call it igao sauce, which is tomatoes and onion, but it's not spicy. It's just on top. It's got a really good
Maybe
flavor.
they take like the tenderloin and slice it thin
Could be
across.
That could be what they're
Like,
doing. I'm
yeah.
not sure. The meat was delicious, soft, and the whole thing was like that whole meal was $10-12. $10-12, bro. And they had like natural juices. When I say natural, I mean they fucking have the fruit there and they make
Yeah.
the juice out of the damn fruit.
Yeah.
And then, but the best meal, in my opinion,
yeah, bro. They have some of the best. Like every time we'd go somewhere, I'd get a passion fruit juice. I think.
yes.
They have the best, most like fresh, sweet, not sour.
Well,
Fuck,
you talking
man.
about? I bought those fresh and I brought it over. I bought like 4 pounds of that fruit. It's yellow fruit, looks just like passion fruit. Granadilla. The name is Granadilla, and
It
it's
is passion fruit. Oh no,
Granadilla is the sweet one. Passion fruit is the sour one, but looks exactly like passion
Granadillo.
fruit.
We say
Granadillo and Granadilla are different, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I brought 4 pounds of that shit. Boys were eating that shit up, bro. They were eating that shit up.
That shit's good, man.
Super good. And so the best restaurant we went to, it was just a local restaurant. It was called El Janerito. It was a Janero meat, which is basically smoked cooked meat. They do it Argentinian style, bro. We ordered biggest plates that they had, put them in the middle of the table, and we're just every single one of the boys said that's one of the best meals they've had in their entire life. Like, it was smoked meat, but it wasn't like American style smoked meat, right? Like, you didn't have all the spices and all the sugars and shit on it. They just had plain, simple fucking salt on it. And it was delicious. One of the best meals I've had. It was good. And then went to this beautiful mirador, which was like 40 minutes away. Our driver took it there. The service sucked dick. Food was okay. But the view, you could see literally the entire city of Medellin and all the neighboring cities that are like north of it. It was just completely open.
That
One
shit
of the
is
best.
so beautiful. Whose drone did you guys take that video with?
Oh, we were in Comuna 13, and we went to this local bar that was like had a view by accident. We just went there by accident, had a view, and the guys were there doing it for 40 pesos, $10. They were doing the video for us. They just did the video on a spot, airdropped everything, got his 40,000 pesos. See you later.
Yeah, $10.
And Comuna 13, bro, was a nightmare to walk through. It was a Saturday, so many fucking tourists. It was a fucking nightmare.
When we went, there wasn't
No.
It was tourists,
But
like
it-
especially like when you're walking through the escalator shit.
Yeah.
There was those people,
Yeah.
but it wasn't packed.
Multiply
packed
by
per se.
2.
Really?
Multiply by 2. That's
So it
how
was
many
actually
tour-
packed.
It was fucking
When we went, it
packed.
was busy. But
Yeah,
it wasn't packed.
we didn't take a tour guide. Told our driver, I was like, hey, can you walk with us? I was like, bro, I really can because it's like a cartel there, right? Like, they got their own little mafia going on with the tour guides. He goes, if they see me, they're going to fucking pull me to the side and beat the shit out of me for taking people here, right? I was like, all right, well, just meet us. There were so many cars, he couldn't find a place to park his car. So he waited downstairs for us until we walked around. We walked maybe like 1/3, 1/4 of the entire Comuna because I knew the boys were, some of them hungover, some of them they're like, fuck this walking around.
We done this.
Yeah. We've done this. Some of them were like, I don't want to do this, deal with this shit. So we just kind of like found the first
Spot,
overlooking
and you
bar,
guys hung out.
chilled there, and then left.
I wish we would have done that instead of walked so much last time. We walked a lot,
We did. We walked too fucking much.
and it wasn't
Too
until
much.
they find at the very end that we were like, all right, we can chill out. And we got to the very fucking top.
Yes.
We can chill out and eat some food. I remember sitting there.
Same
and we
spot
get that.
where my brother got the fucking
the
street
skewers.
food.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy was still standing there.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
guy. Same guy. After
I
4
remember
fucking
we
years.
go, and we're all like, bro, we're hungry.
Yeah.
Just walked up this fucking fat ass hill. We're hungry as fuck, but we're all sitting there thinking like, damn, bro, like, where did he get that meat? Like, how long has it been sitting out? You know, all
what
these
kind
questions.
of meat is it?
And then it just took one person that wasn't a part of that conversation to just say fuck it, and he go and eat it. And once we saw one person, we're like,
Fuck it. Yeah.
19 dudes eating street food just because one made the risk.
So our driver introduced us to this fucking empanada shop.
Mm-hmm.
This is an empanada shop the size of this room. That's all they sell is empanadas. $3,500 for one. 3,500 pesos for one empanada, which is under $1. Like
Right under $1.
80 cents per empanada.
Mm-hmm.
We bought 30 empanadas. At first we're like, nah, let's just get 20 max. 2 each. Bro, 30 empanadas. That shit was gone in 2 hours. In 2 hours, bro, everybody just tore it up.
See, the thing is when you have good fried food around men that are drinking, it's not gonna last.
Gone.
It's not
Gone.
gonna last.
Motherfuckers were eating it cold and loving it. Cold empanada, bro.
Yeah.
Think about eating a cold empanada, bro.
Cold empanadas are fire.
Yeah.
If they're not fried too much, the dough gets kind of softish.
Yeah,
but not soggy.
And having a driver that's there with you hanging out the entire time, and we would get low on ice. He'll look at me. He's like, "Hey, do you need ice?" I was like, "What do you think?" He's like, "I'll just go buy it right now. It'll take me 5 minutes to go buy it." He'd come back with bags of fucking ice. Come back with whatever you need, bro. Like the guy was, he literally earned his weight in gold for sure.
That's what I love about going to countries like that. When it comes to the people, when someone's working, man,
They're working, bro.
and they enjoy it, and this is what they do. This is their life. They're not necessarily looking for more. They're happy with what they're doing. Like,
I needed to buy something, and I told him to drive me there, right? So we drove there to get stuff, and as we're walking, he took us to Itagüí. Like it's called Centro de Moda. It's basically a bunch of shops that selling fake shit, fake shit, right? This one store, I saw the fucking shirt look nice. I walk in there, it's like, bro, that shirt looks nice. Let me try it on. But when I tried it on, it didn't sit right on me. He's like, man, that's such a nice shirt. I was like, try it on. He tries it on. I buy the shirt for him. It was a fucking $10 shirt, bro. $10 for a fucking shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I got him. He was the happiest fucking motherfucker in the world, bro.
yeah, bro. Like, and you know what I think it is? It's a simple fact of ignorant bliss. They don't know any better most of the time.
Yeah.
And even if they do know better, they can't ever fathom themselves being there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for example, when we go to DR and we go to my uncle's cabin in the fucking middle of the woods, and your brother, he always takes zins and like dip to the guy, and bro, he loves that shit.
Yeah.
He loves that shit every time.
Just little things that you think about them, you bring them something. You know what I mean? They like that shit. And next time I go, I'm gonna take one of my perfumes that I like. I'll probably get him that $35 that one, and I just take that as a present to him.
Yeah.
And be like, this is yours, bro.
That reminds me of Ari Shafir, who went to Cuba recently, and he actually went during a power outage.
Well, I mean, that's every day.
True. But
Yeah, that's
it
a
was
daily.
because of the hurricane. No, because of the hurricane.
Oh, like a power
Specific.
outage, like it was gone
It was during
for.
the hurricanes that were coming by. Yeah, those stupid. Yeah. But it reminds me because he took $2 bills thinking that they would be worth more to people, but people don't really know either.
It says 2 on it.
Yeah, so he would give the $2 bills to people, and it's like, how much? Like, what's this worth? Like, is this like $5, $7?
Because they use dollars over there, but only like in Havana, basically, right?
And they use
It's
a
just
1,
the whole
1,
entire-
5,
the
and
whole
10.
entire country uses dollars, really. Basically, it's the underground currency. But they have different exchange rates because they're easier to change for 20 than hundreds.
Yes.
Than if you try and give somebody a 10 or a 5. People will tell you, no, I don't want to try. There was one time where I went to go get a pizza and they did not want to sell me the pizza because I did not have the right currency and they didn't want to trade the currency in order for me to get the pizza.
Yeah, in Colombia it was like that too. They didn't like really dollars too much. The only place they liked the dollars was at this Mirador, bro. It's 2025 motherfuckers didn't have cards. There was no card service. Good thing we had some cash in our pockets.
I remember when we went, I used my card in some place. I also really didn't.
Everywhere
pay
else
for
they
much.
use the card. Everywhere else there's no problem with the cards. Over here they didn't have cards. Apparently they don't get internet service or nothing like that. So it was cash only. And we're like, how the fuck we gonna do this? And then finally we just kind of counted and it just ended up being that, oh, okay, we'll have some cash in our pockets. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the entire trip, like, it was 5 days, 4 nights, 5 days. Talking about we didn't spare an expense.
Let me go turn
Oh,
the
just
AC on.
locally
I'm
there
sweating.
Was about give or take $700 per person, give or take.
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
Get there and back.
Well, no, that's not including the Airbnb and that's not including the Airbnb and a flight. Just $700 there.
It's not too bad. Could be worse. There's worse places to go. You're not gonna have as good of a time. Food's not gonna be as good or cheap.
Bro, over here at night, I go out here at night to downtown and have a couple of drinks. It costing me $140.
Yeah.
And that was $140 for the whole day, breakfast,
I don't.
lunch, and dinner included.
I'm not a big baller like that. I don't spend like $150 every time I go out on drinks, but I'll definitely. There's times that I have spent about $70 to $80 on drinks.
There's another thing too. Like for me, every time I go out, I always think double, right? Like it used to be like, oh, for myself, yeah, let's go downtown,
Yeah.
It's like whatever, like let's go do something. All right, for myself, let's say the activity's $20. I want to eat, $20, some drink, another 10, 15. Everything of that is now doubled effectively.
Yeah.
Right. So it's different.
Yeah, dude, it was just it's just another world. Like this, it's just so disconnected from everything else in the world. Like, you know, especially when you're here, it's just very, very fucking disconnected. And everybody's super cool. Like the cab driver, our Uber driver was very cool. Like I gave him like 20,000 pesos as a tip, which was $5. The guy was fucking happy as a pig in shit.
Well, yeah, because the
He's
Uber
like, here's
itself,
my number. Call me anytime you need me. You know.
yeah,
what I mean?
because the Uber itself was probably what, 3?
Uber itself was maybe like Uber itself cost me $6.
I remember when we went to this one of the clubs that we went to that was like on the top of a hill or some shit. Like it was far. It wasn't in the same park where we were always going. And I remember we had to take an Uber that day. Also, when we went to the mall.
Yes.
You remember when we went to the mall?
I didn't go to the mall the other time. I don't know why I
Oh.
didn't go to the mall.
Well, we went to the mall. We also had to Uber there, and I remember it just being like $3-4 on the app, and I was like, Uber lets you charge this cheap? God damn!
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, let's get into my car and like go as simple as, you know, like to 54th Ave right there. Like no, it was a drive.
Yeah.
Getting your ass on the highway.
Just to
Like-
give you an idea, it's 5 million people that live in Medellin, and Medellin, city of Medellin, is very small. In comparison, Bogota is, I think, several times bigger than Medellin, several. And everyone, like about 80 to 90% of the people have cars or motorcycles. So there's always traffic. No matter what time of the day you were there, there's
Yeah.
always fucking traffic. And
I
just
love how
to get somewhere.
I love how the city's set up. Everything's like on a hill.
Yes.
It's all valleyed in.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
super nice, yeah. Bro, honestly, like, if my job allowed me, I'd move there and work there. Like, it just, like, bro, we're there for 4 days.
Probably
I was having food.
Huh?
I'd probably do that.
If I could remote work, I definitely would move around.
You could
Yep.
probably do it.
As a digital nomad, you get a visa for 180 days.
As long as you don't get any shoots that week or month.
That week, that whole month.
Yeah. So,
I went up to Austin today because I'm planning on going
if
to,
all you're doing is editing videos, bro, you'll be silly not to go there. One of the best, you could get a best apartment, 2-3 bedroom apartment, $1,000 a month, and that includes the person that's gonna come in, clean everything,
and
their
utilities and everything.
utilities, all of that shit costs $1,000. That's it.
Damn. Usually
All of
here
it.
it's like $1,500 for 2 bedrooms.
Just the fucking bedrooms, just the bed.
And that's
No,
not included.
this is $1,500 in a random apartment. I'm talking about in the center of the city.
Yeah.
A badass apartment overlooking like damn near a penthouse. Yeah, dude, and I was there 4 days eating like crazy, all kinds of food, drinking all kinds of food. Not for once did I have heartburn. Not for once had like a upset stomach. Not for once had idea that I want to throw up because it's the wrong food. Not for once I farted there. You know what I mean? Not because like, oh, you know, there's people around. No, because you just didn't want. Bro, come back the first day, I eat food here and I'm fucking upset stomach, all kinds of shit. It was just a different world, man. Like it's from all food, but I'm seeing it's changing. It is changing a lot. It's becoming more Americanized. Prices are becoming more Americanized.
They got more
Everything's-
vegan shit.
Huh?
They got more vegan shit.
They got more vegan shit there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do. They got more sushi restaurants. You know what I mean? They got a Hooters and a sports bar. within like a block of walking from each other.
Don't do that. I personally am not a fan of when things get like too touristy and too
gentrified.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's changing. But because
I like having to go sometimes. Sometimes it's a little nice to have to go to the places that you have to look over your shoulder a little bit, because that's when you're really in the genuine area. You're getting the best food, stuff like that. You know, like
Joe
for example,
said
I hate.
that shit's crazy. I blow like $200 a weekend just on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
I would be balling over in Colombia. Alone.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, you'd be
I
bowling.
mean, the whole
over,
thing
bro.
over there is like you don't even have to like download the Uber Eats app, bro. The best part is that every place you
Call them, they'll deliver it.
they have in-house delivery. And guess what? If they don't, you tell them give them $5 extra, and they probably deliver it anyway.
Yes, but the problem was they had their own local app for ordering food.
Mhm.
That shit was expensive.
Yeah.
Like the food would cost 100,000, and they would charge you 60,000 just to deliver it,
Yeah.
which is $15, right? Like they would charge.
But
for
that's
the
that's
25.
literally for the tourists
Yes,
that come in and are
Yes.
know that you can
100%.
just call that place and
correct.
they'll deliver
Correct.
it.
Yeah, so, but it's just, bro, like it's another world. Like there's just nothing that comes. And you know me, I've traveled like damn near everywhere, man. Nothing come close. Everything is designed for you to enjoy the city. Everything. Like literally everything is designed for you to enjoy the city. It's
I will say I've been to some like other other Latin American countries that just remind me of Colombia as well. Not on the same scale, but definitely like I feel like DR and Puerto Rico are very similar
similar, yeah.
in the sense of that kind of like community and
My friend
food and
Sam,
stuff
we met
like
up from Atlanta. He said that Puerto Rico is just as fun, but I've never been like that to Puerto Rico, so I don't have to
Puerto
compare
Rico's
it to.
fun, man. We went for Bailey's birthday a couple years back.
Yeah.
It was super fun,
And, then we
and
went for
they
the
have
cruise,
what was it? Oh, we went during the cruise.
and then
Yeah.
I went another time for a different cruise.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
but
cruise-
actually
but
going
cruise,
and
you don't
staying there
feel
is
it. With the
different.
cruise,
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
no,
feel
you don't
it.
feel
Nah.
the effect of the
You
country.
just
Yeah.
get a trailer.
Yeah, it's like a teaser.
Yeah.
You get a teaser
But
trailer.
when we went for her birthday, and that was super fun to me. I mean,
Yeah.
we what was it?
Went to the beach.
The-
went to
what was
the
that?
Boats, so
What was that? La Placita.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mamacita.
yeah, because that's what Sam was talking about.
That's
Because
where
they
they have
allow
all
the
the-
nightclubs to be outside.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's nice. It's like 2 blocks of just nightclubs. It's kind of like that fucking area down in Medellin, just full of nightclubs. But the coolest part is that it's not so, like, there they have the whole thing with the locals, like, having their passports and all that bullshit to get into clubs because they don't want the immigrants going in. They don't have that in Puerto Rico, right? So it's more open in the sense where now the clubs and the bars are now extended to the outside. Like, there was actually...
I had a milk trying to hit on me over there at the Placita.
I remember there was this one, like, not one club. There was multiple clubs, like, that are kind of like that shot window downtown. You know that window downtown that's literally just like that. It's like a bar, but it's not. There's no inside. It's just like that. What does they call it again? What is it called? Shot something?
Shot o'clock.
Yeah, something like that.
I
You
don't
know what I'm
know.
talking about? Downtown, they have it here in St. Pete.
Yeah, they got like a shot station.
Basically, they had one of those over there, and then like 3 or 4 of the bars in the area are like that, where it's just like a huge.
Are you talking
wall.
about on the First Avenue North, where there's like on the side of the First Avenue,
Right on the corner.
It's just a bar, like that. You walk up to the bar, get what you need, and the tables are outside.
It's literally the sidewalk, like the desk.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
desk and then sidewalk.
Yeah, I know. What you,
A bunch of the
Shots
bars.
o'clock, I think that's what it's called, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
That a lot of the bars in Puerto Rico were like
Like that?
that. Yeah, it's literally just like the building is there with the bar right up to the front of
Yeah.
it. You just walk up to there and then you party on the sidewalk in front of the bar.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about like in front of one of those bars, there was what would you say, Miggy? There was a lot of people in front of that one that was next to that shot station. You know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
The biggest one, the biggest bar that had like all the people outside. At one point, there was probably over 50 people.
Yeah.
Well,
Standing in front of this
we
bar.
were inside the club and we were in a
We walked-
corner just crammed.
Yeah, we walked up the street into on the other side of the plaza that had like 2 bar. There was 2 clubs.
I need to go. I need to go
there
to Puerto
that
Rico.
were indoor. The one thing that sucked though, the club that we chose, I'm sure the other one probably was the same thing. No AC.
Yeah.
That's
No
the
AC.
one I remember.
Yeah.
So the thing was,
But that was when we were actually inside. You remember that
It
bar?
looked like a
That was
yellow-
the outside
it looked
bar
like a
that
yellow place. It was like wood.
I don't know.
It was weird.
I don't remember it being concrete.
The only time I
we
really
were drinking.
the only time I really
Drink
sweated there.
everything.
The only time I really sweated there, and you know I fucking sweat at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, I just wanted to turn the AC on because I saw your
Yeah,
forehead
yeah,
getting
bro,
shiny, bro.
shiny. At the drop of a hat, I sweat. The only time I sweated, it was in Comuna 13 when we were going uphill. That's it. Like rest of the time,
Yeah, the
walking
weather
around
there
the
is
city,
fucking awesome. The weather there is awesome. It's not hot during the day, and it doesn't get cool enough at night to be cold. It's
Yeah, I was
fucking
walking around with short sleeves and pants.
Yeah, and you
and
feel good.
Fucking feeling great.
Yeah, the weather there is really, really nice.
And you know, my t-shirts are usually thicker ones.
Yeah.
They're a little thicker. The newer t-shirts that have the thicker, I didn't feel it single time, bro. I was there just walking around.
You know, for some reason, man, I know like people sometimes don't like it because it's rougher and thick and this and that, but I always like more
thicker shirts,
coarse, thicker shirts that are maybe aren't as soft, but to me they feel more quality, I guess you could say.
So they had a store there. They had like custom hats that they make and custom shirts. I was about to walk in, and then I saw in the window had bullet holes in it. I was like, yeah, no, we're not going into this one. I was like, we're not going into this one. But yeah, other than that, everything was extremely safe. Not for once there, I felt like we're in kind of danger or somebody's like walking behind us and this and that. There was only one point in time when we parked in Comuna, and this girl just kind of like looked weird at the bus and was checking out the bus, going around, and I was trying to see if she's trying to take the number, and she didn't. I was like, all right, we're good. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, man,
I definitely can count a couple times where when we went, I think it's just because it was such a big group that we definitely caught the attention.
Oh
of
yeah,
a lot
you
of people.
stand out as a sore thumb. People looking at you.
No, and I don't mean like attention, like oh look at all the tourists. I mean like attention, like yo that girl over there's been like looking at us for way too long.
Yes,
she's gone on the phone now a couple times, constantly circling back. It just makes you think because there's definitely a lot of that.
Yes,
you know,
girls
and guys staking out.
This time around, I didn't see any of that shit.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Maybe because it's getting more touristy. They're getting more touristy.
Yeah, and then there's definitely a lot of brothers there, a lot of brothers. Like the ratio of brothers. You know how in the United States you get about 15% ratio. Over there is like we're talking 50. Like a lot of brothers go to Colombia, and
Oh, you mean like the tourist ratio?
Yeah, well, no. I'm talking about American white to African American black is 50%, 50-50. And then it depends what clubs you go to. If you go to some of the clubs where they're playing hip hop, that's 80%.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? But what kind of upset me, they don't have too many like salsa clubs there. And come to find out, in Colombia, people, not in Colombia, in Medellin specifically, they do dance salsa a little bit, but their big thing is vallenato or cumbia, but they don't do bachata, they don't really do merengue, they don't really do salsa. And when you do watch them try to dance, it's weird, it's very robotic. Like in a coast in Cartagena, they do a lot of salsa. In Cali, especially Cali, they do a lot of salsa. But in Medellin, not so much.
Miguel, I know you said you might had some.
If you hit a blink or.
I know you said you might have some topics for us.
What's a blinker on the Nick? Can somebody?
So you hit the vape until it blinks.
So it stops basically.
Because you know it has like a timer, right? Like it won't let you hit it for forever.
Does it work?
Yeah, of course it does.
It's
The
like
okay, so you want me to hear you the backstory? Oh shit, Jay! God damn it! He just said. It takes a second usually. That term came from like I remember back in high school when all the vape pens came around for weed, not the nicotine ones, the weed ones. They had the term blinker, meaning like you hit it until it blinks because all the batteries had like a timer on them, right?
Yeah, with this one, I don't think you have a fucking timer on.
It does. It definitely does. Yeah, it's just
but,
long.
How do you have that much fucking lung capacity to pull that?
Well, I think the whole thing too is like you would probably. Oh, it doesn't have the little switch thing. You'd probably want to put it on like the lower, like to where it pulls. Like you have to put a lot of resistance.
No, this one doesn't have switch. Oh, another thing, bro. You know how vapes are here everywhere?
They don't have that shit.
They don't have that shit that much like that. Nah, they don't.
You want to know? It's funny. I've been seeing this trend in DR. These guys like go up to like an empanada station. Hey, how much are the empanadas? And it's like 100 pesos. He's like, bro, I got 50 pesos. Can you hook me up? And in the other hand, he has a vape. And the guy will go, what you got in the other hand? He goes, bop it, which is a vape. And he goes, how much was the vape? like 2,500 pesos. He just eat the fucking vape then. I've seen like 3 or 4 videos like that from Dominican Republic.
So I got a couple different topics.
All right, what you got,
If you
Miggy?
don't like them, just let me know.
But definitely, last words about Colombia. If you haven't been to Colombia, specifically to Medellin, you need to
have to
visit.
go.
It's definitely by far top 10 party cities in the world that literally cater to everything you need.
So the first topic I got is Kanye gets banned once again from Twitter. And Shopify also shut down his store, Yeezy.com.
Oh, shit.
Because they were selling things with swastikas on them.
Right. So yeah, I have I saw some stuff about that. So the first one, I actually saw that Kanye tweeted when Elon unfollowed him or something like that, and he said like, "Oh, about to get banned," and so he got banned. All right, and then I did see the article of Kanye. It said like Kanye has taken down everything from his site except for a shirt with a swastika on it. And I personally went. I was like, let me see this shit. Yeezy.com hit me with the 404 error. I was like, oh shit, they took his shit down.
But what, like, knowing Kanye, why does he have a fucking Shopify store? Why did you even build it on Shopify? With all the money
What do you
you
mean?
got,
That's what everyone uses, really. It's really easy to use.
that's what
it's
I'm
cheap,
saying. But all the money
it
you
works.
got, but all the money you got, now you have control of this, right? Like, I mean, it's a good thing he did that so they can take his ass down. But at the same time, when you got all that money, have the website built and then just attach a processor to it.
Yes and no, because you would have to have the website built from the ground up.
Yeah.
Meaning like
There's
someone actually going in and coding
Yeah, it's
your
also-
website versus like things like
There's a lot of ease of use and tools that Shopify gives you.
Yeah.
integration with
No, I
payment.
get it, I get
not
it.
Get with
But
something
all
you
that, if
build
somebody's
your
a
own.
website developer, they already have it preset. And if you want those colors, all they have to do is a couple of lines of code and change the colors.
Yes and no, because you can't just sell websites over and over and say, hey man, I'm making this website for you that's unique to you, and then go and take the same website and create it for someone else. You know what I mean? Like, and just change the colors and the fonts. That's what Shopify essentially does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they have millions of templates and all these different plugins. Like, I actually been trying to learn some of that stuff at work, right? Because my boss wants me to start building websites. So all the different plugins, all the different options, and like Miguel said, the ease of use, the integration
I get it,
with
but
the current
Kanye
market
knowing
already.
how toxic he is and he's getting his shit banned all the time, like, there's probably better ways to go about
He
it. if you
probably
wanna
just
keep your shit
didn't.
up.
He probably just didn't expect him to get, because I don't think.
Bro,
he
you
ever-
selling swastika shit
I
on
know.
there, you getting pulled down, bro. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I feel like if your name isn't Kanye West or fucking Beyonce, you're probably not.
I
You know what I mean?
I thought his manic episode was already over, and then he just saw an opportunity since they're calling Elon Nazi because he did the Roman salute and he's been doing all this
your
bullshit.
baby. You got a baby?
I don't.
And you know what I also noticed? You know how Hispanic South American countries especially can be a little bit on a classist and racist? They
Yeah.
can be sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
They can be. I did not notice it for one time over there. Not a single time, bro. Everybody was just partying and having fun.
You want to know something? The thing is, from what I've noticed, Latin American people are mostly only racist
To themselves.
to no. If they have some kind of like, for example, Dominicans are classically racist a lot of times towards Haitians,
Mm-hmm.
right? Neighboring country that
Oh, I
is-
see what you mean.
and then there's two scenarios, right? The whole neighboring country thing, some kind of conflict of interest, basically,
Mhm.
right? Also, when Latin Americans immigrate to the United States, they're a lot of times like take on the image of what people put onto them. It's a lot easier for them to like accept influence here. When they're back home, it's like, I grew up here. I know this shit. Y'all are talking shit. Versus when they come here, they kind of just have to listen to what everyone's saying, right? And I feel like that happens in a lot of... You'll see black Latin American women will come to the United States, are now racist and prejudiced towards black men and black people here.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because of the whole picture painted around them, like the whole clench your purse in the elevator when a black dude walks in, kind of like stigma that gets put...
Stereotype bullshit.
Yeah, they very easily influenced by
But
that.
although one of the people at the immigration when we were crossing in, there was this lady who was Morenita, and she gave hard time to Mauricio. Like 95
Yeah.
questions. What are you doing here? We're here on vacation. Why are you here? Well, on vacation. What are you gonna do? I don't know. There's 9 guys. I don't know what we're gonna do. And she was like giving him hard time, like asking all these questions.
And that was in Medellin.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, but you know how people are saying, "Oh,
He's been
like
coming a little bit too often."
that whole
Wants
thing
to
with
check up on him.
that whole thing with Trump and everything." You know how like, oh, 50% of Colombians don't want any foreigners, bro. All that is bullshit. 100% bullshit. But nobody gave a fuck what color you are, what country
You want to know
you are.
something? From what I think, the way that trend probably happens, in Colombia, there probably was a point when the tourists were coming in that they're like, fuck all these people, fuck all these people. Then it gets to a point like how it is in DR, where that's bringing all your money, homie.
Yes.
That's what brings all the money.
Yes.
So they start to love the tourists.
They see the tourists, they were fucking just
You know
wanted
why?
us to be
You know
there.
why? Because they see a motherfucking dollar sign.
Yeah, because
on
they
top
knew
of
we're
your
going
head.
in there, we're going to spend the money, we're
Yeah.
not going to complain, and we're going to order everything, bro.
Damn right they know that shit. But there definitely is that effect in certain areas. Like, for example, here in America, we don't necessarily think that way. We hate the fucking tourists here in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We hate you
Yes.
snowbirds,
They
bro.
don't know how to fucking drive. They don't know how to do anything.
They don't know how to act. Your ass is in the fucking beach when it's winter. I don't get this shit.
Yeah.
You drive me
And
crazy.
you walk
You
around like
secretly-
lobsters,
you
red
secretly
at all
hate them,
times.
though. That's
Huh?
the thing. We secretly hate them. We don't tell it to their face.
Yeah.
Because we have that southern hospitality. Hey, how
Yeah,
are you
yeah, yeah,
doing?
yeah.
That is
How's
true.
your day?"
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't feel this trip was probably the most inviting trip I've had there, and I've been there now. Fucking, I can't
4 or
even
5
count how.
times.
No, more than that
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah, more than that. And this trip was definitely one of the best ones I took.
What you got next for us, me?
So there is a BBC study that they did with AI where it found inaccuracies when summarizing the articles, and that was over 100 articles with professional writers. So basically, the people that wrote the articles, they had them look over the articles and be like, "Hey, is this accurate compared to what the AI said?" And there's about a 13% disparity in difference as to what the AI created.
But the 13% disparity in facts or 13% disparity
in
how it's
facts that
presented.
are completely just not true.
Mm.
Some of the examples that they did, it actually messed up one of the news. They said that Luigi Mangione actually had killed himself in prison.
Well, so here's the thing with the AI. Depends which AI you get. Like the Grok that's through Twitter, they're saying that that's one of the best ones. There's another one.
And
It starts
did
with a
include
P.
Major AIs. It wasn't just regular
ChatGPT.
chat stuff like Snapchat AI and shit, like ChatGPT, those big ones.
Okay.
It's getting faster. Have you guys noticed
Yes.
like
very fast. Very
have you guys
fast. Very
noticed
quickly.
the evolution of ChatGPT? If you guys use the pro version at
Yes.
least on the often basis, I've noticed like a big difference in speed. Like for example,
Yes.
today I used it to create captions for YouTube videos, and before the way it would work, right? I would upload a video into ChatGPT. Hey, create captions for this and a description, right?
It take time. Now it's not.
It used to take time to upload, and then it would also take time to analyze it, right? Bro, now the moment it uploaded and I hit enter, it's like
Yeah.
I'm like, did you just? Because I what I did too is
Periscope.
I put over 6 videos. It was like 7 or 8, maybe even 10 videos, all in at one time. I dragged them in like 5-6 gigabytes worth of videos, and I just had to wait for each one to like upload. The moment I hit enter, all them shit spit it out. Bam, 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 bam. Before it used to do this shit where it would be like analyzing video, and then it would spit out like video is 4 minutes long and 56 seconds and was did on this date, and then it would wait a second, and then it would say like video is about this, and then it would finally give me my title, description, and caption, all that shit. Bro, now it's doing it instantly.
Yeah.
And that was just a few months ago that I've noticed a difference.
If you go to Periscope, I think it's called Periscope. Periscope is the newest one, the newest AI that they say that's like very, very accurate, and also Grok. And apparently I think it's Periscope. Maybe it's the wrong one I'm saying. Anyway, maybe the name is wrong. But it depends what AI you use. If they're like left or right leaning, you're gonna get shit data. But if they're like right down the middle, just gives you the facts, which is very hard to keep. Then
I will say I'm not a fan of the repetitive nature of AI.
Yeah,
That shit's annoying. Like, it doesn't... you would think it would have more creativity.
it doesn't.
It has creativity once. And then it tries to reuse that same base of creativity multiple times.
And I feel you got to get a little more a little more creative with your prompts to it in order to give you more shit.
I don't know if it's necessarily creative. It's just necessary. It's knowing how to tell it without I think of the problem that a lot of people have when they're trying to tell ChatGPT to do something is they think it's a person. So that in their brain, they kind of think they have to be semi-polite.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Have you encountered that when you
Yeah.
you see people using ChatGPT?
Yeah, they're like overly nice about it.
Yeah, and
no,
like,
just
can you please? Like,
Yeah,
I see
but-
people use please.
You guys-
instead of doing
but-
put together.
But you guys don't do please. You guys are gonna lose your fucking humanity. You fucking psychos.
No, you just put down
I
put
don't
together
tell
XYZ done.
ChatGPT
You're
please,
crazy, bro. Why would you tell it
Have
please?
some humanity. Have some manners for the AI.
Listen,
Train them to be good.
I'm gonna get you that ring in a minute.
That's to poison
nuke
someone,
your-
isn't it?
Nuke
Yeah.
yourself.
So this is a ring that was in a Kix cereal box that had plutonium, I believe, and
What's a kicks?
Kix is a
cereal.
cereal.
Hmm.
And you could exchange these for 15 cents plus a cereal box top, and you would get this ring. But
Huh?
it's a cool thing, but at the same time, this actually had real plutonium inside that, if you ingested it, could be very harmful. But well,
How the fuck
would
are they-
put it in a Kix
How the
cereal
fuck
box?
were they having so much plutonium and they were giving this shit to kids? Isn't this shit like stupid expensive by the microgram?
Yeah.
Let me see
Like,
exactly
what the
if it
fuck
was
is-
plutonium. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure it was some crazy chemical though.
Hey,
Something
son,
nuclear?
have this shit ring on your finger. You fucking 7 limbs by the time you're 40.
Make sure you don't need it. Why? Am I gonna choke? No, you'll die from the insides
Yeah.
of nuclear poisoning.
Bro. Somebody was brave enough to open this shit?
I mean, it's got a red screw top. I'd open
This
it.
had to be in a time where, like, the Cold War, where fucking Russian and American spies were fucking going back and
The
forth.
ring had a little secret chamber inside that is called a spinthariscope in the warhead. Looking through the toy spinthariscope plastic lens will in the dark room revealed flashes of light. This scintillations were the byproduct of an interaction of radioisotopes caused by polonium alpha particles striking the ring's zinc sulfide screen.
So they gave you like an imitation of what the reaction would kind of look like. That's pretty
Mhm.
cool, actually.
Yeah, I guess, but there's...
Sounds
you don't fucking-
dangerous.
yeah,
Cool,
and you
but-
put it in next to your eye, bro. Come on.
Well, infusing minute traces of radioactive material into kids' toy wouldn't fly today. Advertisements for the ring assured that it was perfectly safe and contained harmless atomic elements. The minute traces of polonium-210 in the spinthariscope and a half-life of about 140 days, meaning that any atomic bomb ring still in existence today can no longer produce visible scintillations.
Yeah, but they also thought that lead is healthy, and they put that in every fucking medicine back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
And paint.
Yeah, and
You know
paint
that
and
they
shit
put lead in these tumblers on the bottom?
to keep it heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was like someone I saw that said that, and then what they did is like they took off this ring, and there's like a
Piece of lead. in there.
chunk of lead in there that's like extremely toxic to you.
Yeah.
It's in your bottle this whole time.
Wow. Did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's to keep like the weight on the bottom to help it not tip and stuff.
What else you got, Miggy, for us?
All right. So, Steam is banning add-to-play games. So,
Add to play games. What does that
yes,
mean?
let me go a little bit further into that because that just sounds weird the way I said that. So, any games that make you watch an ad before you start playing it, or advertise for no reason, like if they put a monsters can run in front of your face for no reason, it has nothing to do with the game, they're not allowing those games anymore.
I never played anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's like free indie games.
Yeah, basically smaller games that require you to watch some type of ad or
I've never.
like tower defense game, and you can play an extra life by watching this video that gives you currency. That also is another thing. Any game that has you watch something in order to gain in-game currency to pay for a premium, they're not allowing those.
That's
anymore.
Why
I
not?
feel like that's
fucking
stupid.
It's good, in a sense,
Why is it good?
because
For us?
well, why the fuck would the consumer want any ads?
Okay, take away the ads, but also take away the ability to get currency from it.
That was the
doesn't-
whole idea. A bunch
Yeah.
of kids, they don't have any money and they don't ask the parents. That's the only way they could get the currency is watching the ads.
Or even me, like I gotta go on my phone. Like if I want right now to go on my phone, I have this app called NowTide. That if I wanted to go and check the conditions for fishing today, it gives it to me for free.
Yeah.
If I want to check the conditions for tomorrow,
You
I
gotta
have to watch an ad and
Yeah,
then
but
it'll give it
this
to
is-
me.
This is just for.
What's so
this is
bad
just
about?
This is just for video games. Though.
I get that, but it's the same thing, right?
Same
I'm
concept,
trading
yeah.
trading an advertisement for something that you would potentially usually be charging for,
Yeah.
right?
Look
Because
at it,
now you're making your money on the advertisement on the back end, and I don't gotta pay nothing, just a little bit of my
Listen.
time.
You could look at it like that. It's also, I guess, also like a privacy issue for a lot of people.
Privacy issue. Why is that?
Giving away data, then getting targeted by ads.
Well,
Well, that's your life now.
Yeah.
Take this and throw it in the trash,
yeah. If you
and
don't
then
want
you're
that.
safe from that.
All, including all your computers.
And I was about to say, not even this. Don't get a car newer than like 2016 either,
Yeah.
because that shit
No,
collects
not-
data.
Not even even a little bit older.
So
than
talking
that.
about apps.
Yeah, bro.
So talking about apps, there's these two apps. One is called Split, and the other one is called Splitwise. It's designed specifically for trips. You have a big group of friends that going on a trip, right? You enter everyone's name in it. So let's say you went to dinner, right? And not everybody came. You enter the charge. What was the total? Who paid for it? And you add the people, and it tells you exactly how much each person owes to the person that just paid.
But it just splits it evenly, right?
Splits even. But then if you do that by the end of the day, right? That day, because let's say I paid now, you pay later, he paid later. When a bunch of
It's a
people
little hard
pay,
to keep track of shit.
it's a little hard to keep track. But the app does it in a way where it says, okay, this guy owes this guy this much money because
it
I
already-
owed you 20, you owed me
It already
30.
subtracts. how
Subtracts,
much.
takes care of all that, and tells you this is
Oh,
what
that's
you
really
owe.
cool.
Yeah, and I wish we had that app. We put that app on the last day. We're actually, when we came here to United States, I put the app together to add all the charges in to split it up. It fucking works like a miracle, and it gives you a PDF file with a breakdown of everything.
Did you see this? That T-Mobile has connected with Starlink
I don't know how they're gonna use that. Like, what are they gonna?
satellite
basically
satellite
yeah,
internet. Because that's what Starlink is. It's
Yeah, no,
satellite
satellite internet. Are they gonna offer it to your house, or are they gonna offer it when you're like outside of the
I think
outside
it's
of the
for
country?
both.
Anywhere.
So for example, the new iPhone, my phone, your phone, they take
They have
satellite.
that SOS. Yeah,
They take satellite. No,
I had
that's-
that shit in Colombia. There was a portion of
Not
time.
the SOS, not the SOS, like an actual satellite connection to internet now.
Oh shit! I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay. Because I can't wait for the day where they can actually allow, because text messages went through fine, phone calls here and there with doing the voice audio were okay, but internet, to get internet there with like the data that you get is
Horrible.
garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
It's
So I
always
can't
been
wait.
bad.
Yeah, I
think
can't wait.
Their slogan's hard as hell. If you
If-
can see the sky, you're connected.
Yeah, it's pretty,
Yeah,
hard.
but that's also just letting you know that if it's storming, you're fucked.
yeah, true.
That's how that shit works, man. Satellite internet.
It's developing.
Yeah, but like remember how
It's
back
definitely better than it was back in the day.
back in the day, remember how it was like, oh, you can
You
text
remember
only
back
after
in the
this
day?
time, you can call after this time, so it's free. Like, and then they slowly kind of came around, and then internet, oh no, don't use the internet because it's expensive. Now it's just like fucking it's gonna happen where you're gonna be able globally to travel with your own device.
I remember
We
one
went
time.
from sending pigeons to fucking satellites in less than like 50 years, dude.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I remember when internet first came around, my mom had a BlackBerry, and this BlackBerry had internet on it, and I was able to go into the browser
And
that
little
it had.
Eddie,
Yeah, I was able to go in. No, I didn't cause any charges. I just pissed myself off. Is what happened. So
hell yeah, Joe. Joe's working on some business that does AI.
yeah.
Yeah, so
We go out of the country or whatever, and I remember when we went out of the country, it wasn't that they would charge you more. You had like a limited data, and the moment you hit that limit, it would cut your internet. Right, and you could go in and pay for more or whatever. And I remember it was like she only had like 2 or 3 gigabytes of data, and I go and I start watching a movie. I'm watching the movie, bro. In like the last 10 minutes of the movie, it fucking cuts the data, bro. I was so pissed, man. I was so mad because I'm sitting in like Dominican Republic or somewhere, bored as fuck.
out of your mind, yeah.
I watched this whole movie. Just left on a cliffhanger. I don't even think I got to finish it after that. The internet sucked, man.
I had that issue back in high school. I didn't have unlimited data, so
Most of us
my
did.
shit would just cut off after a bit. I had, I think, like 20 gigs, and I would play Fortnite for like 25 minutes, and I'm done. That's it. Game over.
Yeah. Like, I remember in high school, I think the way mine worked was I had like so many gigabytes of data that were fast. And then after that, it would go to like 2G. And it was basically useless.
Useless.
It was basically just useless.
Doesn't work.
You know what I think is funny? Is they've bamboozled us on that shit. Remember when 3G, that shit worked fine, bro. That shit worked. I don't care what the fuck you say, it worked. You could go into something and load a video. Maybe it would take a little longer than now, but it worked in the sense where it didn't make you pissed off at your phone. Bro, my shit be going from the 5G just to the LTE thing, and it breaks. Like, it just doesn't.
Yeah, it
just
doesn't work. It
turns
doesn't
retarded.
work. No, yeah, it does.
It's like what
that
what
gauge
happened?
I encountered that shit over there. Yeah.
That gauge doesn't work. They're bamboozling us, bro. That shit
No,
is not LTE.
yes.
Just tell me I have no internet, bro.
Yes. Yeah,
I'm
that
trying-
shit is broken. That shit
Yeah.
is broken for sure. For sure, it's broken. Well, I don't know, man. What else you got on us, Mickey?
So
LTE
the
is
Super Bowl
bullshit.
halftime show. Something we haven't talked about.
I mean,
So I heard what's his name fucking blasted him for 10 seconds with that thing. The whole stadium was screaming at minor.
I heard you like him young with a crazy demonic ass smile.
bro, yeah, literally just grinning at the fucking camera while doing
He
that.
said, "Hey Drake."
I heard you like him young.
I heard you
Nah,
like him young.
I
What's up,
think that
Curiosity?
the thing that
Welcome
was
to the
weird
chat.
was apparently the stadium wasn't really too much into it. Like, it was pretty dead during the performance versus like previous Super Bowl performances.
yeah.
Everyone's up and like vibing out to the music. I also did hear they blame that to the amount of old rich white people that go to the Super Bowl, because Super Bowl tickets are expensive as fuck.
I mean, in 2024, 2025, with all the crypto bros and everything, I think that all the artists.
Yeah, but still,
I don't know, man.
I feel like there's some validity to that, just a little bit still. I didn't watch the Super Bowl one.
I
So
didn't. I actually slept through. I slept from 6 p.m. that day to 7 a.m. the next morning. It was great.
Yeah, we didn't have time to watch it.
I didn't watch it. I was fishing.
Yeah. No, I don't
I
know.
was fishing
I
during the
heard-
Super Bowl. I was out waiting downtown.
I didn't hear anything bad. All I heard was like good. Like people loved it.
So that's the whole thing, right?
Serena
I watched-
Williams
First-
doing the crip walk. And
Yeah,
shit,
she was
which
crip
kinda
walking
cra-
on-
Yeah, it's crazy as shit.
And the funny part is that's another diss to Drake. You know that, right?
Yeah.
She dated Drake from
Oh, okay.
2011 to 2014, on and off, or something like that, around those
And then
dates.
he stalked her apparently for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she dated Serena Williams dated Drake, and she's from Compton.
Yeah.
She's from the same city as Kendrick.
Uh-huh.
She actually got fined for crip walking at a tennis tournament. I think it was during the Olympics.
So that was her like lick back.
I think so. Not only was her lick back to like her crip walking in front of people, it was also a little diss to Drake, because she dated Drake, bro. She dated him.
She's like, I'm Team Kendrick.
But that was the whole thing I found weird. Was personally, like, the whole thing happened, and then I'm on my phone that night, and everyone's talking about how iconic of a performance it was. And,
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I heard.
And then I go to work the next day, and all my coworkers like, bro, that performance was dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they all said.
Well,
that,
they said that he was dissing Drake the entire time, basically. That's what they said.
yeah, I mean, I think
I think
I don't know
a lot of people like Drake, so they're all like crying like
yeah.
bullets. Cause,
I saw a
that-
meme that it was
yeah.
like that one Drake friend at the Super Bowl party, and this dude crying in the corner.
Yeah.
It's enough. This is enough. Drake's had enough. Kendrick's not that good. He's going off.
I like Drake's music, but then I thought about Kendrick being American and him being Canadian. It's like America.
America.
No,
I don't know. I think that I did see that the way Kendrick was doing it, because I don't know if you heard. I think we might have talked about it during the podcast when Kendrick first got announced for the Super Bowl early last year. I saw something that Drake released already like basically up front, going and saying, "Hey, you can't perform not like us at the Super Bowl, or else we will sue the shit out of you," right? And during the Super Bowl, Kendrick said something like, "They're gonna sue me anyway."
Yeah.
So he went ahead and played it, but all the way up until that song, he kept teasing the song, right? So he would play like the first 2 seconds of the beat, and then be like, "Psych," and then play a different song. Play the first 2 seconds of the beat, "Psych," and play a different song. And then at the very end, he had Samuel Jackson come up, I think, and do like the whole intro. That was fucking sick.
Samuel L. Jackson kind of does like a narration
of the performance. I thought that was pretty cool, and to me, I think that the craziest thing is just seeing probably the number one selling and most performed artist ever get dissed in front of the whole world at the Super Bowl.
That's basically what happened.
The chain is very clever too. I don't know if you guys paid any attention.
I did see the chain. The chain is an A minor.
A minor.
That's fucking hard.
Yeah,
talking about
it's like the A minor symbol from
it's
music.
Like at first you look at it and it's like, oh, it's just an A. Oh, it's an A minor.
Yeah.
It's lowercase and all this stuff. Fuck. Dude.
No, but like the actual way the A is written is the way they write it in like music. How they write it on music sheets.
Well, we had another event on Saturday. What did you think about that? The fight.
Oh, bullshit.
Why?
Bro, it was 4 rounds of straight no action from Sean Strickland. He had no volume.
Do you think it was because of Sean Strickland or just because of the
I had a theory about that.
Because Dreykus is fucking just like he doesn't give a
well,
fuck.
I think there's two things. I mean, I don't think there's two things. I think there could be two big variables here. Dreykus had constant action. He was, after every single combination, he would come back and strike again. He was always the one starting the interactions and stuff. Sean was pushing forward, but not throwing anything. Yeah. Right? So it's just literally pushing forward, defending, and he wasn't throwing much. He also had that staph infection on his arm, which they say that the antibiotics from staph really fucks with your cardio. Bad. They say that when you're on those antibiotics, you basically have no cardio. And Sean had a fat-ass fucking welt on his arm leading up to the fight. And even during the fight, it was still there. Shit. So maybe that was part of it. Maybe my guy didn't have cardio. But he was also pushing forward.
Yeah.
A lot.
I didn't see anything that... Bro, he fucking rearranged Strickland's nose, bro. He rearranged it.
And I will say this. The diversity of strikes. Spinning back kicks. Spinning back fists, spinning elbows, head kicks, question mark kicks. Man, DDP had like a pretty diverse, and he was landing. The spinning elbow landed. The spinning back kick was landing.
Show that arm.
Everything was landing. Yeah, you see it?
Yeah.
You see it on his arm? And that's like the day before the fight when it was at its best. Like a week before the fight, it was still like all... You see it. There's a fucking hole.
Yeah.
So that was my theory.
A lot of people on Twitter and everything were saying Strickland is more talk and no walk more than anything.
I don't believe that. No.
Yeah, I don't believe that either.
I did see Demetrius Johnson came out and had some judgments over Sean Strickland. Not rude. Pull that up. You know Mighty Mouse. He's not a fucking controversial guy, but he did come out and he was basically saying that Sean Strickland has got this whole way based on a jab and teep kicks. And he needs to get over his ego to develop and become a better fighter, this and that. It's like, yes, he's a world-class fighter, but is Demetrius Johnson wrong? No. He fights off of a jab and teep kick.
Pull up that, go to the images, that very first one.
Yeah, that's right the tweet right there. Mighty Mouse gives Sean Strickland advice. The teeps and the push kicks, he's been doing that style for the last 4 years of his career, and he'll do it for the next 4 years. In order to get better, you have to swallow your ego and force yourself to evolve and learn new tools.
I mean, he makes sense. He does make sense. I mean, I don't know, man. The fights, I didn't end up catching a lot of them, but the ones that I did catch, they were pretty good. I don't remember.
I will say, like, I feel like the prelims were better.
Yeah, prelims were badass.
Yeah, the prelims were better. Badass. Justin Tafa got his nose smashed in too. You saw that? He fought that. So Justin Tafa, one of the Hawaiian Samoan looking dudes, he fought a dude that was 6 inches taller than him and had a 9-inch reach advantage.
Jesus.
Like the guy gets him in the clinch on the cage and just gets him with a real good, like they were clinched up and he just boom right on the nose, sits Tafa down and just smashes him. And man, the Tafa brothers are tough. Right there, you can see it. Scroll down on the right, Miggy, the photo to the most right under the main photo. Right here.
Wait, right here?
To the right. Yeah, look at the elbow. That's the elbow right there.
I can't see it. It's getting blocked by the other
Well, right there.
Right there, click. Yep, right there.
Shit.
Smashed his nose in. He looked like the thing that they say Chama looks like with the nose off.
Yeah. Go back. Can you go back to the original photos?
What you mean?
No, go back to that other photo that was on there.
I don't know which one it was.
I just want to see, like, the stance, like, because second photo was showing the guy's height and everything.
Oh, that's not a real photo. The one that it shows them next to each other and he's like fucking 10 inches taller. He wasn't actually that much taller than him.
No, it was from the ring. It was from the ring. Yeah. Like go down under the main. Yeah, click
right
that.
there. Yeah, look at the height discrepancy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's still messing with his nose.
Yeah.
All right, I think we'll wrap it up. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Shout out our official sponsors. We didn't mention that UFC Gym Largo and Pinellas Park coming to you soon, and Vitality Wellness Centers on Park Street and 4th Street here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Go check those things out if you're ever in the area. A lot of tourists coming here, so you guys might be in the area. Check both of them out, the UFC Gym and Vitality Wellness. Go get a workout and then go get some recovery at Vitality. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you guys on Thursday.
Thursday.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
Bye-bye.